Guys, the Chicago Sky season, this current 2025 season in the WNBA, it is over.
The Chicago Sky strutted into this one like they were headlining Fashion Week, without realizing they left the runway behind. Angel Reese? Absent again, sidelined with her back issue. While she's playing hide-and-seek with durability, the rest of the Sky looked more like a slow-motion circus, clown car of incompetence included. They hyped themselves up, like that cringe pregame walk-on spectacle, choreographed entrances and all. But the only drama delivered was on the box score, a humiliating 92-70 beatdown served cold by a crumbling Fever squad. Talk about tone-deaf flexing. And Angel? Online fans were straight savage. Is Angel Reese a bust? That's the kind of roast Twitter blessed us with after the Sky logged near historic low totals. Meanwhile, Indiana's pieces, Lexi, Kelsey, Boston, all showed up and showed out. Let's pause. Chicago's defense? Non-existent. Offense? A blackout zone. They trailed early, trailed hard, and never found the freaking map. Indiana played with grit minus their point guards and still totally dismantled the Sky, again. While the Fever were battling real adversity, injury casualties, no point guards, Chicago's biggest obstacle was themselves. Overconfidence, missing star power, and zero execution. Wait until they see what a real team looks like when adversity hits, because the Sky just got lessons in humility and heartbreak.
The Chicago Sky will lose to the Indiana Fever. My God.
Hold up. Did the Sky think a depleted Fever roster meant a victory walk? Newsflash, it was just another chapter in Chicago's ongoing comedy of errors. This was their second disaster in a row, and not just a stumble. It was a full-on collapse. First, they crawled into the United Center, yes, with Angel Reese limping on the bench, hyping that revenge arc. But instead of soaring, they flopped, 92-70, with Kelsey Mitchell scoring a chef's kiss 26, Amy Lex Wood goodnight 17, and the rest of the Fever eating Chicago's lunch. Fever didn't just win, they whooped the Sky again. Meanwhile, Angel Reese, still nursing that back injury, was once again sidelined, missing her fifth straight game against the Fever with no timetable in sight. Let's call it what it is, a franchise star on the shelf while everyone else plays hide-and-seek with execution. Fans online? Merciless. Sky should just forfeit the last game. There it is. Almost 100% of Sky's WNBA credibility evaporated after their fourth loss this season to the Fever. Coach Tyler Marsh tried a pity clap, praising Indiana's execution despite having no point guards. Translation: we're toast, and we know it. Reddit dropped another truth bomb. The Sky are 1-8 against the Fever since last year, on track for 1-9 if they don't pull themselves together. Let's be real. 4 blowouts, 1 final score hitting record low points, 52. Record low. Fans weren't gentle. Is Angel Reese a bust? That quote sums it up. Their rising star can't even show up, let alone carry her team out of a paper bag. So here you have it. Double games, double slaughters, double embarrassments. The Fever found ways to adapt without their stars. The Sky? Still hoping the replay button doesn't show their collapse again. Let's cut to the chase. Chicago Sky's supposed Bayou Barbie superstar hasn't had her Barbie workout in 5 straight games, thanks to a magically recurring back issue with, or rather, no timeline for return. Coach Marsh's latest quote, "She's just day-to-day." Translation? We haven't seen her in weeks, and fans are real tired of playing hide-and-seek. Sky fans on Reddit are seeing through it. Open quote, "Chicago's a mess. Someone save Angel." Close quote. They get it. The team is stumbling, losing games without their alleged star, and it's looking less like a postponed return and more like spotlight avoidance. Meanwhile, reality check. Sky's record without Reese? A kryptonite level 1 win in 10 games. They're flirting with franchise misery, an 8-game losing streak, lingering dangerously close to their all-time low. Remember, 2006? One analyst even floated shutting her down for the season. Cue the collective Sky fan meltdown. And here's the twist. This is supposed to be Rivals Week, curated to spark drama, tension, headline moments. But guess who's missing? The whole hype. Reese and Fever's Clark, both sidelined. It's like they booked the main act and then canceled Miller Lite and point guards. So what's left? The rest of the Sky playing limp while their star is AWOL. All the rope they needed to climb back into relevance slipped through their fingers while Angel was stepping away for rehab with zero clarity in sight. No clutch, no charisma, just a boardroom-sized question mark. All right, buckle up, because with Angel Reese out, the Sky somehow thought their second stringers could stage a glow-up. Let's be real. Camila Cardoso, Rachel Banham, and the rest were left throwing spaghetti at the wall, and it all splattered spectacularly. Cardoso, their rookie darling, came off the bench red-hot all season. Double-doubles, hustle, promise. But against Indiana, she turned into invisible mode. Just 6 points on 3 for 8 shooting, while Aaliyah Boston bullied her in the post with ease. Coach Marsh even admitted they stopped feeding her, and she didn't get a single foul line visit. That's Rookie of the Year, or Rookie of Don't Bother Noticing Me. Then there's Rachel Banham, classic spark plug they leaned on. She went 11 points, solid stab, but she was the only Sky player to manage double figures. Everyone else? Ghosts. "We played right into their zone," she said. Translation: Sky had as much offensive creativity as a broken vending machine. Let's not forget the disaster blueprint in Atlanta, a mini comeback derailed by the same old yips. Missed shots, sloppy turnovers, collapsing in the fourth. Banham and Cardoso flashed in the first half, yes, but once pressure hit, they crumbled like cheap cookies. Even looking at the stat sheet, Chicago turned the ball over 20 times against the Fever. That's not defense. It's offensive self-destruction. The bench didn't bail them out. They fueled the fire. Let's be clear, this wasn't just missing a star player. It was missing identity. Even underdogs have heart. These backups didn't even show up in spirit. No hustle, no creativity, no plan B. Meanwhile, Indiana's non-stars turned into combustion engines. Mitchell, Hull, Boston, all cooking. The contrast? Stark as your ex's new partner's sparkle. Listen, if you thought the Sky's players were lost without Angel Reese, just wait until you hear about Coach Marsh's brain fog. It's like she got handed a chessboard and decided to play Hungry Hungry Hippos instead. Indiana threw a basic 2-3 zone at them. Nothing exotic, just textbook. And Marsh acted like she'd never seen it before. No adjustments, no counter, no plays to stretch the floor. Just vibes. Rachel Banham even admitted, "We played right into their zone." Yeah, because the playbook was basically stand around until the shot clock cries. At one point, Marsh subbed Cardoso out just when she finally had position inside. Perfect time to feed the post? Nope. She swapped her for a small ball lineup that couldn't rebound to save its life. And boom, Fever went on a 12-0 run. Genius. And the huddles? Bro, the clips are brutal. She's on the sideline waving her arms like she's directing traffic in a snowstorm, and the players still come out looking like they were drawing plays on an Etch-a-Sketch. The worst part? This isn't a one-off. Remember Atlanta last week? Same panic energy, up 8 with 5 minutes left. Marsh switched the defense for no reason, completely nuked their momentum, and the dream feasted. It's like she's allergic to sticking with what works. You can't outcoach yourself and your own players in the same game, but somehow she's finding a way. Even the fans are over it. One comment I saw said, "Marsh makes Popovich look like a street ball coach, but in reverse." Another, "Sky don't need a point guard, they need a GPS." And here's the real killer. This team wasn't supposed to be a pushover. They've got veterans, size, and scorers, but leadership? Zero. Without Reese's rebounding and energy to cover mistakes, every one of Marsh's bad calls gets exposed like a bad haircut under stadium lights. If this is the adjustment level in August, Chicago might as well start scouting lottery picks now. Chicago Sky fans, I hate to break it to you, but the best show in your arena wasn't wearing a jersey. Angel Reese sat courtside in street clothes, looking like she was waiting for champagne bottle service, and somehow that was peak Sky content. No, seriously. Every time the Sky clanked another wide-open shot, the broadcast cut to Reese smirking, clapping, or chewing gum like she was watching a Netflix comedy instead of her team getting cooked. The wild part? The crowd got louder for her reactions than for anything Chicago actually did. One fan posted, "Angel Reese getting more TV time than our starting 5 tells you everything you need to know about this team." Another, "Put her in jeans and Timbs, she'd still out-rebound half our roster." Even Fever fans joined in, chanting, "We want Angel" every time the Sky blew another layup, like they wanted her to save the game from the bench. And that's the problem. Reese hasn't touched the court in weeks, but she's still the story. Interviews, photo ops, courtside close-ups. Meanwhile, the actual starters are background extras in their own movie. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Reese's spotlight is bad PR for everyone. For the Sky, it screams, we're only relevant because of one player. For Reese, it fuels the bigger-than-the-team narrative. And trust me, WNBA vets hold grudges over stuff like that. And without her, no one's filling the energy gap, no one's taking the scoring load, and no one's telling Coach Marsh to quit turning the playbook into a choose-your-own-adventure disaster. So yeah, Chicago's only W this week was Reese's fit check. Next time she shows up with designer shades and iced-out chains, maybe hand her a clipboard. Because right now, this isn't the Chicago Sky. It's the Chicago Shy, scared to shoot, scared to lead, and scared to win.